Waltz put in his time, did his job, and earned his retirement. Vance is trying to paint him as a liar is like a little kid throwing a tantrum.
Who does he have respect for? Donald Trump, the biggest draft dodger from the Vietnam War. Donald Trump was your typical rich white boy who didn't have to serve in Vietnam because he could buy his way out of it, and that's who Vance is standing with, this guy who leads from the rear?
When Dana Bash asked the question, we were all thinking, does Vance find Trump's draft deferment shameful? Of course Vance defended Trump, because that's what you do when you sold your soul. He said Trump never lied about serving in the military, but here's the thing, Trump didn't have to lie because he had daddy's money to keep him out of Vietnam. Meanwhile, 5 other guys had to go in his place. Did they all come back? We don't know, but I'll bet they didn't go to live in a golden tower in New York City. So here's the deal. J.D. Vance is the one who needs to be put on blast. I've spent more time sitting in a latrine inside of a combat zone than J.D. Vance has in country. He's the one pretending to be something that he's not. J.D. Vance worked as a journalist, which in of itself is a respectable job. But he wasn't some door kicker or badass. He was an E4 in the Marine Corps that wrote reports. On the other hand, Tim Walsh was operating in an E9 slot and had taken on the role of Command Sergeant Major in the National Guard, where he served his country for 24 years. He's a seasoned veteran with a wealth of experience. J.D. Vance was a snot-nosed brat from an Ivy League school, went wet behind the ears while Tim Walsh was out there serving his country. For J.D. Vance to throw stones at another veteran's military service while ignoring the fact that Donald Trump perfectly fits the description of a fortunate son is outrageous. Think about those soldiers who had to go to Vietnam in Trump's place because he got a pass thanks to his rich daddy. What was their story? Did they survive? How many lives were lost or changed forever because of the atrocities of war, while rich white guys like Donald Trump got to stay home? Now we've got imbeciles like J.D. Vance trying to sweep that under the rug and spin the truth. Tim Waltz did things right. He put his retirement paperwork in long before his National Guard unit was ever called up to go to Iraq. Waltz served honorably and chose to retire after 24 years. No problem, right? Yet he's being called out by a draft dodger and a guy whose smoky eyes would make a raccoon jealous. J.D. Vance is a spineless worm trying to prove his loyalty to Trump, but word on the street is Trump doesn't even want him around anymore. J.D. Vance is catching heat from Buttigieg, Ventura, and Walsh, and now even Trump regrets picking him. Basically, Vance is just a lemon Trump's stuck with.